Bronny James, blink twice to let us know if you're in trouble. Can we all save Bronny James? Because it appears as though Bronny James is reading from a script. Bronny James appears to be held against his will, being forced to read off a paper that was given to him by LeBron James, his father, in the Clutch Sports camp, instructing Bronny James on what to say and what not to say. Because this was one of the most politically correct responses from Bronny James in an interview. But Bronny James was at the draft combine and he was asked in an interview, who did he model his game after? And was asked about the possibility of playing alongside his father, LeBron James. And here's what Bronny James had to say. Bronny says his dream is to get to the NBA, not necessarily to play with his father. He says, quote, "I would be happy about getting to the league. Instead of me thinking about playing with my dad, my dream has always just been to put my name out, make a name for myself." Bronny compares his game to Drew Holiday, Davion Mitchell, Derek White, and wants to impact winning like them. Bronny said his dream is to play in the NBA, not necessarily with his father. Well, Bronny James, we all know that you're not living your dream. This is your father's dream. LeBron James is literally forcing his son to play basketball. See, your father, LeBron James, is like Freddy Krueger. Call him LeFreddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger had the ability of being able to show up in one's dream. And that's what LeBron James is doing to you, Bronny. He's showing up in Bronny James's dreams, dictating to Bronny James, trying to operate and control Bronny James' career path. And just my opinion, I think that by Bronny James comparing himself to a Drew Holiday or Davion Mitchell, by Bronny James comparing himself, I think the reason that he compared himself to those players so that he can lower the expectation. So whenever Bronny James does step foot on an NBA court, many people won't be comparing himself to his dad. But to me, Bronny James, you shouldn't even be comparing yourself to a Drew Holiday. You should compare yourself more so to a Markelle Fultz. I would compare your game to an Anthony Bennett of the world. Bronny James should be compared more to a Marvin Bagley or a Michael Beasley or a Joe Barry Curl. And I know you're wondering, who the hell is Joe Barry Curl? You don't know. Even I don't know. Don't nobody know who the hell Joe Barry Carroll is. And that's how it would be for Bronny James if it wasn't for nepotism. If it wasn't for him being the son of LeBron James. Nobody would even talk about Bronny James. Nobody would even care about Bronny James. But see, here's the manipulation. This is the trick that the LeBron James and the Clutch Sports camp is trying to pull on the masses. See, they're trying to save face. They're trying to escape the bus. They're trying to protect Bronny James. Bronny James is not going to be able to escape being a bus. He's trying to run from it. You can't run from it, Bronny. It's on you. It's going to follow you like a shadow, unfortunately. And then you have people bringing up how Bronny James went 19 for 25 at the three-point line during the draft combine. Bronny James jumped out the gym. Of course he's going to look like Michael Jordan in the gym. He doesn't have elite competition guarding him. Of course you're going to look great in an open gym when you don't have nobody guarding you. You're going to look like a superstar. Hell, you're going to look like a first-round pick. But that doesn't negate from the fact that Bronny James should not even be considered in draft discussions. He has done nothing, absolutely zero, to prove that he deserves a spot in the NBA. He's trying to compare himself to Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday has a ring. Now you want to be Drew Holiday. At first they was comparing you to LeBron James. You're supposed to be the next LeBron James. Bronny James, no, you're not Drew Holiday. You're more like Justin Holiday, Drew Holiday brother. And your father is like Holiday Hart, starring the actor Ving Rhames. But the point is, LeBron James attends the Diddy parties. He dresses up like Holiday Hart. LeBron James and the Clutch Sports PR team instructed Bronny James into saying these politically correct statements to push this narrative as if his father isn't trying to force him into the NBA and force him to play basketball. But ultimately, Bronny James isn't saying, I don't particularly see see myself playing with my dad. Those comments are directly from LeBron James. That's LeBron James talking. I'm only entering the draft because this is what my father wants for me to do. But the funny thing is, I think that there is some truth to Bronny James not wanting to play with his dad. I don't even think he wants to look at his dad, let alone play alongside him. I'm predicting that Bronny James will average a whopping 0.5 points per game, in addition to 1 assist per game and 3 rebounds per game. And he'll barely get a block. I'm scrolling through social media and I'm seeing Photoshop pictures of Bronny James's face on LeBron James's head, pause, where LeBron James had this legacy defining moment where he got the chase down block on Andre Iguodala in the 2016 NBA Finals. And their reasoning behind doing this is because Bronny James's vertical leap at the draft combine. What they should have been photoshopping Bronny James' face onto one of the RBA's current bench players, because Bronny James will go down in RBA history as one of the greatest bench warmers of all time. I mean, you've never met a player in your life, who can warm a bench like Bronny James. I mean, he's going to keep the bench so warm. It's like getting into a car where you can warm up the seats. As LeBron James go out there and still pad his stats, nothing is going to change. He's just bringing Bronny James in to give him a reason to be able to stay around and pad his stats so they could continue to push this narrative as if LeBron James is in the conversation with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan didn't stay around for 22 or 23 years and put up these type of numbers. He didn't have to. Bronny James shouldn't even be nowhere near a basketball. He didn't earn it. He's a silver spoon baby, benefiting from his dad's name. He shouldn't even be in the RBA. I mean, even the mock drafts prove that. The ESPN mock draft. Remember, ESPN is biased for LeBron James. Even they said Bronny James isn't good enough to be in the RBA. And I pray it doesn't pan out how LeBron James wants for it to pan out. Now, let's see if Bronny James can shoot at the same clip and make those same type of shots that he made at the draft combine. Let's see if he make those same shots in real game situations. LeBron James wouldn't even allow his son to stay in college for 1 more year. He could have at least let his son stay in college for 1 more year to develop. He basically forced his son to be a one and done. And he's not even one and done worthy.